Alright people, I'm gonna be completely honest, this is probably the worst Fishroom update that I've ever done, because yeah, it's been absolute chaos in the Fishroom, and it's been going on for the past few weeks. People, it's been so much stress. Guys, I'm even over exaggerating. So many of my fish have passed away over the past few weeks, including some really big ones, man. For example, almost everything in my Roma 200 has passed away, and something similar is going on in my Interpet, and we've also had a very big loss in the Roma 240. And yeah, guys, like I said, it has been stress, man. Let me just tell you guys what happened. So if you've watched my video where I spoke about my ropefish Nagini passing away, I've uploaded that a few weeks ago. Yeah, I was basically in the middle of going through this really crazy period with my aquariums, and making a long story short, it was basically the weather. Like in the UK, the weather hit like 30 degrees, and the thing is, the houses in the UK are not built for heat. It actually keeps heat inside because most of the time in the UK it's quite cold. So yeah, in the summer during the heat waves, it got really warm inside. And yeah guys, I've got a full-time job. I was very busy this summer, just constantly working, and yeah, maintaining the temperature in the tanks was a real struggle, and I ended up losing Nagini, my ropefish, and a few other fish that I spoke about in that update. And yeah guys, it basically just kept getting worse. I mean, fish kept passing away, and I kept wanting to do an update, but then more would pass away, so I eventually just decided that I'm gonna wait for summer to be over, which it finally is. And yeah, it's kind of calmed down now, so I guess I can talk about it properly. So yeah, let's talk about the Roma 200 first, because that one had the biggest losses, I can't lie. There was a complete crash in my Roma 200, and almost everything is unfortunately gone, guys. I think what happened is because my room is on the top floor and the heat kind of rises up, I think my room just gets a lot warmer than all the other rooms. And even though I kept the window open all day and I put some frozen water bottles in the tanks, the temperature still shot up. And then the weird thing about the UK is like one day it can be 30 degrees and then the next day it's like 20. Like the weather differentiates so much. I honestly think it really stressed out a lot of my fish, and they started passing away one after the other. And what I think happened is, I think a fish passed away and I didn't really realize, and it must have been at the back of the aquarium somewhere. I mean, for context, my Fluval Roma 200 is very heavily scaped, so if something does pass away and the body is stuck in the back somewhere, yeah, that can go unnoticed for a while, I can't lie. And I think something like that must have happened, because suddenly out of nowhere, fish just started passing away one after the other. And that includes my other ropefish, my remaining Congo tetras, my remaining African butterfly fish, and the ones that really broke my heart was my snakehead passed away and my Synodontus petricolus. And yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, my Synodontus petricola was my oldest fish that I had in that aquarium, and out of all of the fish that I keep. Like, I got the Synodontus and my ropefish around the same time, and I can't really remember who I got first, but yeah, them two, they were my oldest fish. And now that they're all gone, my oldest fish currently, I think, is Lily, my Maury eel, who by the way is still doing okay, thank God. She has not been one of the losses so far, touch wood in that. But yeah guys, the tank crashed. The Roma 200 completely crashed. Almost everything passed away. The only ones that actually survived are my jaguar catfish. They are very hardy. Oh, I forgot to mention, I done a water test whilst these fish were passing away, and I saw that the nitrates were up a lot, and that's when I done like a big water change and a big clear out in the tank, and I didn't find a body anywhere, so I don't fully know whether there was a fish that caused this crash in the aquarium. But yeah guys, something happened in the Roma 200 and it caused the tank to crash. And yeah, if I had to guess, I would say it was that. It was the temperatures fluctuating, and one of the fish that passed away, I didn't catch them, and they ended up just rotting away in the tank, and that caused some kind of spike which took out everything else. And yeah guys, I'm gonna be honest, I know like fish die and that, but this tank honestly meant a lot to me, man. Like, it's in my bedroom, and it was my second ever aquarium, you know, after I got back into the hobby. The reason I keep saying I got back into the hobby is because I had an aquarium when I was a little kid in Germany, although technically it was my mom's aquarium. She was doing all of the work, I was just there admiring the fish. But yeah, we had to give the aquarium away when I was still a kid as well, so I got back into the hobby in 2018. That's when I got my Fluval Flex. That was a present for my mum as a graduation present after I graduated. And then literally a few months later, for my birthday, I bought myself the Fluval Roma 200, and ever since then it's been in my bedroom since 2019. So for 6 years I would come into my bedroom and I would just see my fish and they would come greet me. And yeah, it was a big source of my peace, man. I can't lie. I mean, if I had a stressful day at work, I could literally come home and spend a good half an hour just watching my aquarium and watching the fish swim around in there. And yeah, now that it's completely empty, it just, I don't know, man, it's a bit depressing still. But anyway, guys, that was only the first tank. Moving down to the office room. Luckily, Luna, my wolffish, who's right here, she is still doing fine. She's eating great. She managed to get through this heat wave period without any problems. However, in my interpet right here, guys, we've had a few more losses. Yeah, this tank is almost empty. I mean, we've still got the flatfish in there, we've got a pleco and the panther crabs, and we've got a few snails in there as well. But all of my nano fish, the mosquito rasboras and the pseudomogul luminatus, yeah, they unfortunately all passed away as well. I kind of mentioned that in my video about Nagini as well, but there we still had a few remaining, but yeah, they are all unfortunately gone. And that also includes that beautiful killifish that I had. And yeah, once again, people, this room, my office, it's a south facing window and it gets direct sunlight, and during those hot periods, guys, understand, it got really warm in these rooms, man. And I know some of you might be thinking, Scoops, don't you have an AC or anything like that? Truth is, guys, we don't. ACs are not that common in the UK, not in houses anyway, as far as I know. And setting up an AC system, yeah, guys, that costs money, man. Like, we ain't got money like that, I'll be honest. Luckily, summer is over now, but I'm definitely gonna have to figure out how to control the water temperatures for next summer, because I definitely do not want to go through something like this again, man. And yeah, I guess this is where we gotta talk about the biggest loss that happened, and that is in the Roma 240. Guys, Pancake passed away. Yeah, my beautiful Stingray. Pancake. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, Pancake has already been through a lot. She had this really bad injury and we managed to nurse her back to health. I've spent over a month literally nursing this Stingray back to health with the medicine and quarantining her and doing the regular water changes and stuff, and she looked like she was going to be fine, and she done fine in the Roma 240. I need to double check when I moved her back, but she was completely fine for well over a month or two. And then yeah, the other day I came downstairs, she was not moving at all. That, like, I don't know what happened. It could be the temperature, maybe it was just an underlying injury still from her original really bad injury. I honestly don't know, guys, but yeah, Pancake has unfortunately passed away. And I can tell you guys right now, I have definitely learned my lesson. I am not going to buy a fish again for which I don't have a tank. I mean, I guess for full context, guys, for anyone brand new here, what basically happened is I went to Fish Planet and I saw the Stingray, which was like, guys, understand, I love stingrays and I've always wanted to keep one. And I knew that I was planning to set up a 6x2 aquarium. I just didn't realize it was going to take this long. And at the time, I thought the aquarium was going to arrive soon. Obviously, it turned out that it was taking a lot longer. I mean, the aquarium is still not here. But yeah, when I bought that Stingray, I thought I was going to have that new aquarium in a few weeks, and it was just a very silly impulse buy. Like, my Roma 240 was not equipped for that Stingray, and yeah, that's how it ended up getting injured. The reason I wanted to keep the Stingray is because I was so attached to her. I absolutely loved that fish, man. And yeah, I can't lie, I'm quite sad that Pancake passed away. I'm sad about all of the fish. But yeah, guys, the question is, what next? And I have been thinking about that. Now, I am considering I may have to take 1 or 2 aquariums down just so I can actually maintain all of this maintenance that I'm doing. Keep in mind, guys, I've got a full-time job. I've got like 6 tanks in this house, and I also do YouTubing where I do all of my filming, my video ideas, editing, creating the thumbnails. Like, I'm doing everything myself, guys. Replying to the comments, replying to emails and all of that. Like, yeah, I feel like it's all getting a bit too much, and yeah, I feel like some of these losses could have been avoided, man. But yeah, I'm still trying to decide. But if I decide to keep all of these aquariums up, then what I'm gonna have to do is I'm first gonna have to make sure that the Fluval Roma 200 is okay, because that's the one that completely crashed and most of the fish passed away. Last time I done a water test, the parameters did come back okay, and the jaguar catfish are still doing fine. So I might experiment there and start adding fish again, but I might also just try get some products that might help me recycle the tank or something something. I don't know. If anyone has any suggestions on what to do with the Roma 200 to make sure that it's safe for fish again, then please let me know in the comments. What I've been doing so far is just been doing loads of water changes to make sure that there's no imbalance of the parameters and that, so the jaguar catfish are still fine. I was considering maybe putting the jaguar catfish here with Luna. I have spoken to a few people and they honestly believe that the jaguar catfish should be okay with Luna because they've got armored skin and they are technically bigger than Luna, so she shouldn't try go after them. So once again, guys, tell me your opinions. Do you think I should try do that, and then that way I can maybe just completely restart the Roma 200? I don't know, we'll see what we do there. Anyway guys, I've still got so many lessons to learn and I've still got such a long way to go when it comes to this fish keeping journey. I really hope something like this doesn't happen again, but realistically this is an unfortunate part of the aquarium hobby, so you always got to be prepared for a few losses, or like in this worst case scenario, a complete crash. But yeah guys, if you want to see more videos like this every single week, then please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you would like to see the day I introduced my Stingray into my Roma 240, then click right here.